Well, hello again. Morgan Gecko here, as y'all probably figured out. Uh, I did a video the other day. Uh, I was out hunting oros, and I was showing how oros were giving away boxes in their loot. These Merry Christmas boxes, Christmas Strongbox, and I scored about 40 of them before I finally just got bored to tears with shooting those things. So I thought maybe we'd try a little video of an unboxing. I know it's something that Raven Jade likes to do, but then she has the chance of really getting something good, I guess. But I thought we'd see what we do here with approximately half of them. I opened up a couple, and then I thought, well, this might make a decent video. So without further ado, let's crack some of these things open. So, what could this be? Two. Ooh. First up, Neurostem B. Never use them. Second one, Ammo 90K. So, use the ammo. Next one, $99.9K, and Neurobiotic Booster A1, 1 milligram. Another one, 3. I'll bet they're all ammo. How much you want to bet? 80K. No, I was wrong. Frosty Dam snowballs. I'm getting a good supply of those. I have some from last year. And another damn frosty snowball. I forgot about those sumbitches. All right. I hope this is ammo and not some more frosty snowballs. Snowballs don't do the damage that you would think they would. 100K ammo. All right. Please let it be ammo. Candy cane. Merry Mayhem candy cane. And 99K. I forget what these things do. It increases run speed by 20% for 10 minutes. Increases reload speed by 10% to 10 minutes. Increase critical chance by 1% for 10 minutes. I would use some of those. What do we got here? More ammo. 100K. We're doing the countdown. 12 to go. Uh-oh. Ammo, 99.9K, and a Neurobiotic Booster A1, 1 milligram. We've seen those before. 11 to go. We got Neurostem B and 90K of ammo. 10 to go. $99.9 ammo. And AccuStim to 10 milligrams. That's something new. Increased critical chance by 3% for an hour. I'd use that. 9 to go. Another 99.5 K ammo. And Neurobiotic Booster A1 1 milligram again. 8 to go. Ammo 100K. $80K. So this must be something a little different. Oh, for joy. Christmas tree fireworks. Well. Let's see. More ammo, 90K. Neurostem C. 5 boxes to go. Ammo, 100K. Ammo 50. So what could this be? Neurostem Y. Increased run speed by 20% for 30 minutes. Regen by 33% for 30 minutes, and increase health by 12 points for 30 minutes. It's usable. 3 to go. Ammo 99.9, which means this is crap. Medistem, 5 milligrams. Let's see what Medistem is. Heal per second by 50 points per second for 1 minute. I can see where that'd come in handy. Ammo 90K. Neurostem B. to do that. I can hover my pointer over it. Increases regen by 100% for 5 minutes. That's handy. Increase health by 10 points for 5 minutes. Last one. Okay, we got another 90k ammo and another Neurostem B, which we just saw. So, well, that's interesting. Let's stack these things up. Well, that wasn't as eventful as I would have thought, but I had to do something. Had those boxes burning a hole in my pocket. I still have 20 of them. And I've still got, see, I'm up to 2K. I still have another 10K of oros to do. So we will see what happens. Let me uncheck that one. All right. We'll ease on out of here. Walk through the door. There we go. We're going to run out here. I'm going to take a little bit of a break here, and I'll be right back with you. I'm back. Let's throw these things into storage. Thought for sure I had some of these things in storage. Probably over on Calypso. I can use those at a later date. I'll hold on to my candy cane. Let's see, is there anything else I want to get? 2 Harvey Wallbanger cocktails. I must have picked those up on Entropia. Harvey Wallbanger is reported to have been, gives you the history of the Harvey Wallbanger cocktail. Yada yada. So let me check here, make sure I don't have anything. Nada. I don't care about those. I don't have anything there. Anything I want to take? Nope. Nothing there. I know nothing's there. Do I want to? No. That was a pirate. Or at least he had a red flag on his ship there. Where do I want to go? I don't know what that one is. It's an unfamiliar transporter. This looks like that place on Calypso. They must be planning to put some new apartments in. Well, we're going to go for a ride. I need to make a run to Calypso. And what I want to do is bring up my map. I'm going to take off here, and then I'm going to keep the tape rolling. Do I want to enter space? Yes, please. Bring my map back up. All right, there I am. Oh. I want to get aimed. Okay. All ahead forward. As I was in the process of saying, I'm going to keep the tape rolling, and here, let me turn the sound down a little. Whoa. Okay. I'm going to keep the tape rolling, and we'll see if I can make it to Calypso safely. If something adventurous happens, if I get my ass shot up, then we'll have it on tape. If I don't, then I'll edit all this in-between stuff out, and we will catch my landing, and we'll see what there is to do over there for a while. Maybe I'll meet up with my brother and I can do a cameo on one of his live streams or something. So anyway, if nothing happens, we will see you guys in a little while. Otherwise, hang tight. We'll all die together. On a I'm sorry, excuse me, on a previous video on my flight from Rocktopia to Arcadia, I talked about, you know, for y'all that aren't used to going out in space, I mentioned that there were places that you couldn't go, you know, that not everything on the map is available. And here's an example of an area that's out of bounds. What we have in the corner here is a server line. This would be a server area if they wanted to put something in there that, you know, you'd be able to go to. Maybe if they put another, I don't know, moon or something, you know, and they want to put it over here as opposed to out here. I'm assuming that there's no server in there. But they have this server line, and just a second. There we go. Had to take care of a little studio business there. As you may or may not be able to see, the server area extends almost all the way over to Cyrene. If you angle down and happen to bump into that line, your ship will come to a screeching halt, if a screech can be heard in space. And you'll receive a message that says something about not being able to go there. So I just thought I would point that out because it shows up so well over here. See you there? That's how you're able to tell on the map. Also, I don't know if you noticed or not, but back when I first took off from the planet and I started to do a little bit of a dive, my ship indicator here, my little arrow, started turning around, and it actually was facing back the other way for a bit. And that's because I was not horizontal in air quotes, not horizontal when I started my dive. And so I was actually diving at an angle, and down would have been out that way somewhere, according to my orientation. So one of the first things that you want to do when you first arrive in space is go up there and hit this little icon here. Align horizontal, it says. Align vehicle with the horizontal plane. So horizontal is like that in space. Although in real space, I guess there's no true horizontal. It's just kind of relative to what you are. But once you're horizontal, though, then you can change your elevation to get out of the most obvious plane of traffic. If you were heading to Calypso like we are, the simplest thing is to make yourself horizontal and then just aim straight for Calypso. And it would be easy for pirates to hang out along that line and at that elevation, in quotes, and wait for a sucker to come by. So that's why, you know, the first thing you want to do is align yourself with horizontal and then go up or down. Get out of that horizontal plane and then level off and then you can go. So kick back and enjoy the flight. Let me back off here a little bit. Back off a little bit more. As you can see right now, we're sort of heading for Cyrene, but off on our port side here is the no-fly zone, you know, that empty server area. So we're gonna want to angle over here for Calypso here before too long, because I don't want to go to Cyrene and then angle across, because that's going to be another route that anybody that wants to play pirate would be able to hang out in. You know, so there's no sense making it easy on them. So what we're going to do, we'll do it now. So we're going to turn. Let me show you here what happens when you hit the no-fly zone. We ought to be hitting it pretty quick. That's where the line is. Boop, we just hit it. Well, I thought for sure that it was going to give me a message about not being able to go there. Oh, here it is. That's considered deep space, and it'll show up in red under your main tab that you cannot enter deep space. I also have a notice here that a robot observation post has been uncovered in Calypso space at, and it gives the coordinates. So we're gonna swing the nose on around. There it is. We're gonna level up. Didn't want that. I want one. Cancel. There we go. Me and my fat fingers. So let's look ahead to see what we have to look forward to. Up here we have the Crystal Palace space station. We're aimed pretty close to that. We've also got the Zeus space station. It's a good idea to avoid the space stations. Zeus and Erebus. I don't think there are any over here. Over here you can, it's not so obvious, but I can make out a horizontal line there, and it looks like maybe it comes across to here and then down. So all of this would be no fly also. But that's how we're going right now. So I'm going to kick back and sip some coffee and wait for something to happen. Hopefully it'll be a long wait. Well, I'm back. I just went into the break room, back in the back of the ship, fixed myself a cup of coffee. I think usually if you have a sputter like that, it means you've gone over a server line. And let's zoom on in here. There's the server line for that. These server areas are squares. Or actually, they could be cubes too, I guess. Because it has to, you know, cover a volume of space. But if you extend this line on up, it goes just about where we were. So that theory holds true. Holds true until it doesn't. In the old days, in the olden days, on Calypso, what was that? That town. Getting old is frustrating. Can't remember stuff. Anyway, there was a city. I'm embarrassed that I can't remember it, but I'm also pissed off. But there was a city that's pretty much deserted now. And back in the olden days, it was a pretty popular place. It was really popular with crafters. You saw a lot of crafters there. And on one of the plains around that city, there was a mob that was popular to sweat. And for a while, you could run out there and you could either tag the mob with a gun, or you could start the sweat sequence, because this was before they had the sweat tool, and there was a dance that you did. You know, sweating was a mystical thing that you did, and you get the mob's attention by attempting one time to sweat it, and then when the mob turned and started to chase you, you could run back across the server line, and there was a glitch where those mobs weren't able to cross the server line, you know, and you could run across there and stop, and the mobs could be just, you know, several meters from you, and there was nothing they could do, you know, to hurt you. And so you could sit there at your leisure and sweat these mobs. And these were a larger mob. You know, it was something that normally you wouldn't attempt to sweat. And people were cleaning up. You know, I mean, that was back in the days when sweat was going for like 10 pet a K. And, you know, it was actually a lucrative thing to do. And it pissed a lot of people off, because these people were getting an unfair advantage. And I mean, you know, they were righteous about it. It was a fair cop, as they say. But they fixed that after a while. I sure wish I could remember the name of that city. Oh well. For those of y'all that don't know the history of the game, when the game started, it used a certain graphics engine, and if you go on YouTube and you look back at the earliest videos that they've got, the ones that were promos for Entropia Universe, the graphics were kind of blocky. It made the avatars look like something out of a Mario, you know, Nintendo game, Mario Brothers. And everybody, you know, not everybody, I suppose, but people in the forums would complain that all these other games had nice graphics and we didn't, and it was all on account of the graphics engine that they started out with. And in order to change the graphics engine, it meant shutting the game down for a little bit and making the changes. And you know, even though they would run simulations of the game independent to the game to be able to try to make a smooth transition and get the bugs worked out, still it was an unknown factor as to how it would actually turn out when the game went live. And the premise of the game back then was that you were en route from Earth, I guess. I don't know that they ever said. But anyway, you were en route to Calypso. And there was a interstellar war going on. It was us against the robots. And that you were a colonist heading for Calypso, and your ship was attacked by the robots, blown to smithereens. Everything was just vaporized. But the good news was that they were able to recover enough of your DNA that using the technology that they had, they could reconstitute your body. You know, you were born again on Calypso. The bad news was your wallet didn't make it. Your luggage didn't make it. It was just you and none of your cash, none of your credit cards, your clothes, nothing else. And so you arrived at the new arrivals center, and you were issued an orange jumpsuit and some black shoes and some white underwear, and that was it. And then, you know, it was up to you to make your way, earn a living. All of that is to explain that there was a robot war going on. And every so often on Calypso there'd be a robot invasion. And these robot ships would come down all these robots would jump out and just run amok, and it was the big thing for everybody to run out there and try to loot some good stuff off of these robots. And everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of folks would simply go out there to see what's going on. They'd wind up getting killed, and the revivals would get all crammed up with people, and sometimes the turrets that were supposed to protect the TPs and the revival points, they wouldn't work as designed, and mobs would get in there, and as soon as you revived, you'd get killed, or as soon as you arrived by teleporter, you got killed. And a fun time was had by all. But to get back to the graphics, eventually Mindark was pretty confident that they'd be able to upgrade the graphics, but it meant changing the graphics engine, which meant shutting down the game. And so they incorporated the shutdown of the game into the storyline. And out where Hadesheim is, that was a city. It was a big city. It wasn't completed. A lot of the buildings were simply shells, and you could enter some of them, but there wasn't anything inside them. And half the time you got trapped, and you'd have to hit T to get out, and that sort of thing. But there were a couple of bars that were open, and I think that early on there were actually shops there that you were able to buy stuff from, clothes. There were shops that just sold clothes, and shops that just sold weapons, and I think shops that just sold mining stuff and other tools. And after a while things change in the game, and Port Atlantis became the big hub because that's where the new arrival place was. But to get back to our story, there was a huge robot ship that was on its way to Calypso, and that ship wound up crashing into the planet, and it hit at Hadesheim, and that's the reason that there's a huge crater out there, and that's why there's a plethora of robots running around. So that explains that. But everybody knew that on such and such a date the game was going to shut down, and they were going to take enough time off to be able to make the transfer over to this other graphics engine. And on the day that the change was supposed to take place, that was the day that the robot mothership was supposed to crash into the planet. And so, in the hours before the crash occurred, Atlas Haven, that was the name of the city. Atlas Haven. There was an in-game radio station. Actually, it wasn't in-game, it was online, but it was for the... what happened? I hit a server line. Okay. Let's go this way a little bit. Okay. No, not yet. Scooch over some more. Anyhow, Atlas Haven Radio had a big countdown party, and you know, the dance parties were something that they had frequently anyway. The game was a lot. Come on. The game was a lot more social back then. Yes, I want to land. Thank you. All right. But anyway, they had a big dance party at Atlas Haven, and oh, there's my Christmas goodies. Wow. I got some Santa Claus candy, increased run speed by 20% for 20 minutes, reload speed by 10% for 20 minutes, skill gain by 10% for 2 hours, and critical chance by 1% for 20 minutes. And then I got another bottle of mulled wine. I got 3 Christmas Strongboxes, which means I've got to buy 3 more keys. I've got two candies. It says become a jolly Tesla Claus for 5 minutes. Ooh, I bet that's fun. And probably some candy canes, but I already had a couple, so I don't know how many that gives me. Anyway, that was the main reason I wanted to come over here. Was there we go. Anyway, they had this big ass party, and they had a countdown. Everybody was out there dancing, and in the seconds before the collision, there was a big shadow that kind of came over the place, and then everything just went black. It was awesome. I'm not even sure why I brought that up. Except that it was pretty cool. Where do I want to go? I want to go to let's go to Twin Peaks. See what's happening. Twin Peaks. Ooh, that's bright. What did that say? I guess I ought to read that. Nothing of any consequence. Mayhem Kerberos Daikiba 10. Well, anyway. Offload a bunch of this Christmas cheer stuff. See, there's all of my pills. Oh, it's only one pill. That might be fun to do. I want to hold on to that. Hold on to those. This is 5 bottles of wine. Increases run speed by 30% for an hour. Bring this back down here. This over here. I knew I had some more boxes. I told my brother last night that I thought I had some. That I killed enough oros that I got 40 of those Christmas Mayhem boxes, or Merry Christmas boxes. I keep thinking that they're Christmas Mayhem. And you're not going to get Mayhem stuff out of those Christmas boxes. So let's look here and see if I've got anything. I don't think I have any. I think I have claimed all of my nope. Don't have any skills I can cash in. Well, this accomplished two things. It got me over here to pick up my Christmas goodies and I can do a few missions while I'm over here. And it also gave me an opportunity to show y'all that you can make it around space safely at the moment. Things are always subject to change, but you'd think with the mayhem stuff that's going on, there would be pirates up there hoping to catch some poor schmuck trying to get his winnings, or something that he might have scored and he didn't think that he wanted to compete anymore. Smuggle that stuff off planet. But once again, we made it safely across, and in my ramblings, I hope I gave you something that you could use. So anyway, this is Morgan Gecko, and we will see you the next time around. And remember to have fun, because it's only a game. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe stuff too, yada yada yada. Your support would be greatly appreciated, or your encouragement would be greatly appreciated. So anyway, y'all be good. I'll be back. Bye.